Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Riley. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. Before I fully jump into this and start yapping, I do want to emphasize that some of these paintings can be a little bit disturbing. They do include death, animal death, blood and gore, Satanism. So if you're not comfortable with those topics, that's totally okay. I want you guys to look out for yourselves. Watch another one of my videos another time, and I'll see you guys then. So Francisco Goya is a Spanish artist from the late 18th and early 19th century. You might know him from some of these works. But most likely, you'll probably know him from these ones. Francisco Goya was born in 1746 and he died in 1828 due to a stroke. I'll probably make another video going more into depth of his life and his death and like some of his other works from before the black paintings, but I'm just gonna go straight into the black paintings and just talk about some of those and the history of those. So just to jump into it, Goya experienced a lot of hardships in his life, like a lot. He had a number of illnesses that caused, well, loss of hearing, the paralysis. There was also a war going on at the time called the Peninsular War. It was during 1814. It was in Spain. He had a brief loss of eyesight, multiple family hardships, which are unfortunately the death of maybe between 5 to 20 children. That number is kind of not really known. That's just kind of a rough estimate. These events kind of built up the framework that created the black paintings. Pessimistic, dark, scary. They were hidden from Goya's family and friends until his death in 1828. Hidden and alone for roughly 5 to 8 years. I don't know why that just freaks me out. It almost sounds like a ghost story, but it's true, which is almost scarier. So basically now I'm going to go through these paintings. There's 14 of them. I'm going to go through them, give my perspective on what they could mean and what I personally make of them. Before I do that, I do want to state, one, I'm not an art historian. I'm not a genius. I am just taking the information that I told you that I know, and I'm going to make some guesses on what they could mean. So don't take it with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm talking about. I also want to re-emphasize my message from the beginning. If you're uncomfortable with topics of death, gore, really dark stuff, this is your chance to click away from this video again. And I'll see you in another one. Starting out with arguably the most famous painting, Saturn devouring his son, the most popular of the black paintings. This one is incredibly disturbing to me. It always kind of has been. Saturn depicted as this like giant hulking figure as opposed to earlier paintings depicting him as just sort of an old man. The look on his face is something indescribable to me. Typically, paintings of Saturn during that time period gave him the expression of evil because he committed a sin, technically. And in this one, it's like, look at what you made me do, which is just, ugh. This painting is the most disturbing in my opinion. It's called El Perro, the dog. It depicts a dog drowning in a river or a lake. I don't love talking about this one. This one is incredibly disturbing to me. I have a dog, so it's really heartbreaking to see this imagery painted. The only reason I put it in here is I feel that it's important to display the pessimism that Francisco Goya was experiencing at the time. This is an extremely dark image. This painting displays hopelessness. The dog had slid off of a slope into the water, and the dog is now drowning. Could be a metaphor for Goya's life at the time. Again, I'm not a historian, it's just a guess. This painting is called roughly Two Old People Eating Soup. As you can see, the person on the right appears to be dead. I think that this represents Goya's fear of death due to his illness. This is actually my favorite of all the black paintings. I think that it really represents existentialism. Growing old is not a fun idea, and I think that this painting really kind of portrays that thought. I also think that Goya's experience of the war, watching it happen in his country, also inspired this image. A lot of people at the time were struggling, there was hardship. I think that this really displays that as well. This painting is called The Witch's Sabbath. He had done another painting a few years prior, also titled The Witch's Sabbath, but this one is specifically from the black paintings. At the time, there was some satanic panic, if you will, with witchcraft, rituals. This is a loaded painting. There are themes of superstition, political things going on in this painting. Based off of what I think, it looks like it's sort of a mockery of people's fear at the time. People were really scared of Satan at the time, and this is sort of making fun of them, in my opinion. Okay, so that's all I have on the black paintings so far. I looked at about 4 out of 14 of them, like I said, so there still are 10 more paintings. If you'd like me to look at some of the others, let me know. Maybe I'll do another video like this. My question to you before I end this video is, what do you take away from Goya's black paintings? What do they mean to you? What do you interpret from these paintings? What can you get out of them? I hope you all enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. Art is my passion. I love talking about art. I love talking about artists. I would love to do another video like this soon. If you guys have other artists that you want me to look at or other paintings you'd like me to look at, let me know in the comments below and I will take a look at them. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe, like this video, send it to your friends. Make more videos yelling at me and saying that I'm wrong. I hope you have a good rest of your day or a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, YouTube.